Alright everyone, welcome back to Bin Chicken Rag. So today I'm down at Taronga for their Zoo Friends, which is their annual pass system for early entry. So they do early entry I think it's around every 3 months. It'll be a different experience every time. So they open the top plaza at 8:30, the gates at 8:45, and then the first talk will start at about 9:10, and it's, like I said, a different talk every time for different experiences. So I'm down at the gates now, and let's get through there and then I'll talk some more. It's a fest. Okay, so now I'm down into the park. As I said, so today is the Chimps talk. So I've come previously for the seals and the elephants. So this was right before, I think it was basically right as they announced the Great Migration for Pakboon and Tangmo. So they did a special long talk for them, took everyone up to the top plaza, not top plaza, that little walkover bridge part. For the seals, it was mostly the same show, but they used some different seals. And Kobe, who he's still really little, but was even smaller at the time, they actually brought him out into the audience and right across the front row. So that was cool to see. So when you do this as well, so this is exclusively for annual pass holders, but they also give you a free regular coffee. So things like flavoring don't cost extra. So I can still get a vanilla latte on this thing, which is pretty good. So I'm down here at the Chimps now. Still got a couple of minutes until the talk starts, but here's the giraffes. One just went in there. Alright. Chimps are making a lot of noise too.
However, that can be a little bit hard in a zoo environment, but we're very fortunate we've got all this space. And a decision was made probably 40 to 50 years ago now to try and manage chimps as chimps manage themselves in the wild. And that's what we do. So he spends his whole life making friends, even as a little guy who was running around making friends with everyone. Which is very much enjoying making friends, by the way. And the females respond well to that. He also shares his food. He also disciplines when necessary, but he stops when he says his bit, and he doesn't seem to do it unnecessarily, like some of the other boys might be a little bit too heavy-handed. And obviously the girls have very big emotions from our chimpanzees, but that's very social, very political. There's lots of drama. They're very dramatic. So one thing that chimpanzees have over us is their ability for forgiveness. So they might fight a lot. I'm sure all of you have heard our kids screaming at some point. It's very common. Sometimes it happens all day long to the point where the keepers have going, okay, we've got to fight. We need to stop screaming. You're not tired yet. And in my group, it can be dangerous. So they need to figure out how to get on with each other and exist within their community. Now, they're all waiting expectantly. We do have our other mesh areas set up over there. We'll let them through a little bit. Humans don't really have any part, shouldn't really have any part to play in the raising of a chimp, as it doesn't create this beautifully, naturally, community-minded individuals that we have in here. So we are completely hands-off. Chimpanzees are actually a chimp that we have. So no, as cute as little leopard, little fluff.
So these green things that are floating around the place, they were just put in this morning for the chimps. So they are brand new. They were funded with the money from Zoo Friends memberships. Now they've opened the hatch down there, as you saw that great migration, so I'm going to go check it out.
There he is, he's come to say
Alright, now I'm just down from the chimpanzees at the lion's den thing, and we're just waiting for them to release them from their night cages, night area, night den. I can't remember what you would call it, but there's a whole bunch of enrichment and food and stuff scattered all over, and so once they release them, they're gonna go ham on that, and we're just waiting for that. You might be able to just see on that log there, they've got a whole egg sitting there.
Cheeky crow, he's going to try and have a sneaky taste of the egg, Shay.
Arms, look. Almost. Whoa, Shay Shay. That's a sheep. She's beautiful. Look at her big paws. Look at her big paws.
Left.
A bit hesitant.
Head short with another egg. There's one in the log. No, she's found that one out.
Yeah, close enough.
I think she's going to come over and eat her egg in a minute, Shay. Here she comes.
Hey, Meta, start recording.
Look at her eating her egg for her breakfast.
Come out. She won't hurt you.
Wow, Shay Shay. Look at her eating her egg. She's so close beside you.
Can we just shout across, you reckon? There's goodness in the shell. You don't even know.
She's eating every last bit.
Oh, wow.
See her big paws, Shay Shay? Shay, darling, just some people are trying to take videos of her.
There we go.
There she
So this little kind of rotunda here, and that giant mountain back there are remnants of the old exhibits that used to be here. So the rotunda was a walkway, and that mountain was for the mountain goats. But now they've both been bypassed, and just behind that is Tiger Track. Couple of ostriches here.
You see?
Barcode horse. So unfortunately the zebra and the ostriches rarely go out into the main big display, so you typically see them down here. But here's some baby birds. And plenty of baby birds floating around. The parents running away.
Can you see the zebra?
Yes, it's green.
He is eating.
There.
I can see my nose.
How's the Serengeti? Alrighty. Let's go redeem that coffee, and then I'm going to go see Hari for the first time. Wasn't out last time I came, which was I think the weekend after. The water buffalo were, but I'm still yet to see Hari, so I'm going to go redeem my coffee and go check them out. I see Hari down there. Quickly run around to the other side, see where I can see. Okay, so it looks like Hari wants to go to the lower area, but I got my coffee and some Smarties. So what I do also like is that even though they limit you with size on your redemption, they don't actually limit you to syrups. So I was able to get a vanilla latte. But yeah, I also saw one of the coffee people open the milk differently, but kind of smart. She actually twisted the bottle and held the lid, so the other way around, so it's more like a torque screw, torque wrench. This is rare. I have not seen these doors open in years. So you used to be able to see them clean Bakun and Tang Mo's feet and do all their scrubbing work. Now that it's Hari and the water buffalo, yeah, they've actually got it open, which is rare.
Rhino. In the water.
He will go in the water after.
Sleepy hippo. Now, just down from the hippo, you've got the binturong there. You'll find this exhibit. This housed the bongo. So about 5th of Feb. So just over a week ago, 2 weeks ago or so, they had to euthanize their bongo that was here. So his name was Ekundu. So his name translates to fairy or red in Swahili, was humanely euthanized at the remarkable age of 20, which is actually double the life expectancy that he would have in the wild, which for a lot of zoos, a lot of animals in zoos, is generally what happens. We're able to extend their life expectancy in captivity because of all the work that goes into it. So he was born at Western Plains in 2005, and there's fewer than 100 individuals of the eastern bongo left in the wild. So this exhibit here is going to be empty for a bit, but one story I did want to share that I always find funny is right behind me. I'll turn off the face tracking, so you'll see, here we go, you'll see these two windows which were sometimes open. So I came down here one day, they were open, he was in there, and me not knowing, not even seeing him, just kind of, walked down here, turned right there. Oh my god, his face was pressed right up against the mesh and that were there. It's, just a giant bongo face right there. So that was quite funny. But yeah, let's go see if I can smell some popcorn. Getting to the normal popcorn spot. No popcorn today. Alright, so I've made it just across the way there now to my favourite hidden spot. You know, this little tucked away bit. Got the sky rail there, which I think end of next year, maybe 2028, supposed to reopen. They put the plans up for I guess the planning minister and all that to approve. But solid view of the city, even though it's, you know, heavily overcast and everything. But Sydney always looks good. It just looks better under certain conditions. Also, oh my face, gross. Since I'm carrying it around today, and I don't think I have in any other video, I'm going to show off my umbrella. It's Jurassic Park. Always gets people talking. Yeah, got it from Pop Culture. Can't get it anymore. Good luck finding it. But yeah, just a cool thing that I like to carry around when it's bucketing, which it was until I got out of the car. Then it stopped raining. Perfect. I bet if I didn't have this, it would be pissing down right now. Let's show the city. Bench cut. Dish rack. Also, I can see they've removed the fridges from over there, so that's good. Doesn't look tacky anymore. So you probably can't see it, but I just saw the fishing cat for the second time ever. Now, I say that's rare because I came here as a kid, plus having an annual pass and everything. That's literally the second time I've ever seen that cat. So, it's rare that you will see the fishing cat when you come here. Got the spindle just chilling up the back there. So there's a bit of work being done on the seal area, so you can't use that bridge, and see we've got some timber stacked down there, and also just up there on top of the pelicans near the viewing window behind, also got gates up. That shit. There we go, so no through access, completing important maintenance at the end of this path. Continue along this path for seals and penguins only.
Now you can see she's rather small, but she's
And chickens! See the trail of water buffalo wagon as we've gone along with some hay. I'll hire these up in the top pallet. One thing I do also want to mention is they have an app for the zoo and all that, but at the moment it's still a little bit outdated. They don't have any of the new guys here. They're still pushing the whole 6 new babies to meet, and yeah, so it's not going to have the updated time for any new talks or anything. Little cotton top tamarin. So it's 20 past 11. I just noticed this. So it's the Taronga. If anyone's interested in the menu, I think there's not much left here to see show-wise, but there you go. Yeah, so Saltwater Bistro, the only other remaining place I haven't eaten at yet in the entire park, opens in 10 minutes. But that's the stage and everything. Great views of everything. See the bridge in the distance too. So I'm gonna do a quick walk through backyard bush here, and then I'll head over and grab some food. in the backyard push, back of the backyard push building, and up the top there, that's the hotel that's on site. Very expensive, very expensive. There seems to be a lot of work being done on like bridges and stuff, and the farmyard area appears to also be closed. I'm not sure if you can see the barn doors are closed over. You can still get in by going the long way around. So I just came out of View Restaurant, Saltwater Bistro. I got cheeseburger, coffee, and kangaroo skewers. Kangaroo skewers, quite nice. And I spoke to a nice flirting couple for a few minutes, showed them a few things to see in Sydney. I'm just jumping into the Tasmanian Devils now. See if I can see them before doing my run through the Australian area. So because the Devil's sleeping there, they're not going to be doing their usual laps. Alright, time for Blue Mountains bushwalk. Let's go look at some birds. Plenty of finches flying around. One almost clocked me in the head. I say every time I come through here that this is easily my favourite exhibit here. There's the lyrebird. Awfully quiet today. There's budgies everywhere out here. And I'm nowhere near Bondi. A male and female. The cassowary. Alright, time to make a run for the reptile house. Not reptile house, nocturnal house, and then up through Narradia. Looks like they've finally reopened the flower clock. I'm just getting a mow.
Tragic.
Alright, I really hope that the next version of the Osmo allows you to zoom while in low light, because it's a pain in the ass having everything so far away. Anyway, I came through just before the dingoes were very active. They are very not active now.
You know what also would have made great sense?
Alright, so I just ran through no deer, nothing overly new or interesting there. I'm going to go through the aviary just to my side here that I haven't been to in a very long time, and duck down the tiger track and see if I can get on the Taronga Wildlife Express as well. Haven't been on that, and that was unveiled probably almost a year ago. Down the bottom of that gap there, red and green is the collective part. Basically the only reason I come through here because everything else is just pigeons and doves.
Picture here, girl.
And he's just pulled himself inside.
Don't knock it over. I said don't knock it over.
So it looks like the ranger station is also closed and getting work done. Alright, so if you come down to the old historical elephant thing, where they've also got the bits that were for the, I believe, camels and all that, you'll find the lower entry for the zoo train. Can't remember what it's called, Taronga Express I believe. So can't see the prices down here, but I know it's free for zoo friends, which is another perk that you get. Can't remember the prices for non-zoo friends though. And it's here. I can see it says $5. So $5 if you're not a zoo friend. Infants under 4 are free, and so am I. My camera's got like 9% battery remaining, but I've just come off the Wildlife Express, come out the front door. I'm gonna take a quick run through the gift shop now, maybe buy a pin or two. I can get into those somehow, don't know how. This is cool, water buffalo and rhino plushes. Here's the list of products. Alright, so this will be a quick wrap up because I only have like 6% charge left on this thing. So, zoo friends, I get half price parking, 15% off merch, I think 10% off dining and all that, free entry year round. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Okay, my charge is getting very low, so I'm going to charge this in the car and I'll meet you there. Alright, so I've made it back to the car now. I've charged the gimbal a bit. So I picked up 3 zoo pins. So I've got the, get that background the right way, the Sky Safari, the Bilby, which is the only pin there of one of my favorite animals, and then the actual zoo itself. So I was aiming to try and get a second one of the Great Migration, the elephant farewell one, that they released almost a year ago, because I like to, where I can, get, you know, limited things in multiples just in case or whatever, but they didn't have any in the upper gift shop. But I did notice some in the middle gift shop down where the elephants were, where Hurry currently is. So if you do want those, they're $10.95, or if you have a Zoo Friends membership, it's 15% off. Head there, it's on the back of the display about eye level. So yeah, if you want to get that. Outside of that, if you do want to get Zoo Friends membership, for adults, it's adults individual, it's about $140. But that gets you all the perks, you know, the entry all year, plus entry into partner zoos. So like all of the 3 government-run zoos in Melbourne. So Melbourne Zoo, Werribee and Healesville. Plus one of the ones in Adelaide. I don't think there's one in Queensland, but it might get you one into New Zealand. You'll have to check the website for that though. So heaps of perks, especially for $140. Like, it's a lot better than some of the perks you get at, you know, the Gold Coast theme parks for their annual passes, which are a lot more and have a bit less of a discount. But yeah, so if that's, you know, something that you're up for, and you know, you have every now and then a Friday morning off or something, and you want to come and take advantage of the early entry when they do them every, whatever is 2 or 3 months, yeah, do that. So they normally let you know what animal it's going to be, I think the Wednesday before. So, you know, if they did it 2 days ago, the event would be next weekend, or next Friday. So yeah, you get some time to work out if you want to go. If you just love the zoo, you just show up anyway, but you still have to, you know, register with your membership and all that. But yeah, so if you liked anything, learnt anything, please like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you next time. Not sure what next week's going to be, but I guess at this point we're going to find out together. But yeah, don't forget to touch some native grass, and I'll see you next time.
Three.